Hello everyone. Welcome to Dr. Rajkumar Academy. Welcome to the session on 5/11/2022. So, in this session, first let us see what are all the important points that are there. The first most important one is Mathura Vrindavan aims to be carbon neutral by 2041. This is very important for us, guys. Now let us look into this. What is the meaning of carbon neutral? See, if I take a place, in that place, some vehicles will come, right? So, how much carbon dioxide the vehicles will emit? I will consider it. And then I will also check how many plants I have, how many trees I have, and how much carbon dioxide these trees will absorb. I will check. So, let me say I have some 1 lakh trees, and these 1 lakh trees will absorb carbon dioxide released by 20,000 vehicles, right? So I will ensure that only 20,000 vehicles will come to that particular place so that emissions reduces. Now in Mathura Vrindavan, what they are planning to do is they are planning to develop forest on one side. Second thing, they are planning to ensure that there is no vehicles entering and convert them into electric vehicles. Today, with electric vehicles, most of the places want to become carbon neutral. Delhi airport is considered to be carbon neutral airport, right? So these are some things that are important. All employees can opt for EPFO pension scheme, Supreme Court. This, I'll just help you out how to link it with the syllabus. See, studying is not important, but how to link and read is very important. Now, when we look at the article, what do we feel? It is related to EPFO pension scheme. Okay, so let us see what is the scheme, because in governance they will ask about the scheme. And if it is about pension, it may be associated with old age people also. Now, in 2014, Indian government told that pension scheme will be modified. Anyone who gets a salary less than 15,000, they need not do any contribution. But if at all members are getting salary above 15,000, then per month they have to make a contribution of 1.16%. In some 100 rupees or so it will come. So let me say I'm getting 20,000, right? Somewhere I need to do 300, or sorry, 230 rupees, and then the employer who has given me job, he also will contribute some amount like that. Together we both will go and contribute to EPF. Now this was not liked by few people. They filed a case. And when they filed the case, for almost 6 months, there was court stay order not to implement it. And the case went on. So this is the story, guys. Now you see what is important. Court, after all these years, has told that in the next 4 months, you can again apply for the EPFO pension scheme. And there is no need for you to pay 1.16%. Fine. So now what is the question that is expected if at all comes? They will give you, according to the recent judgment with respect to EPFO, it is mandatory to pay 1.16% by all the employees who are earning more than 15,000 per month, or they may change it until only employees who are getting more than 25,000 must pay. These numbers are wrong. But let us come to politics. Court uses its extraordinary powers under 142. Now, here you see this. According to our constitution, we have three things. One is court, second one is you have what we basically call as parliament. Then you also have what we call as executive. Correct? We have three important things: legislature, executive, and judiciary. So now, who is there? Executive is there. Executive's role is to make such amendments, that is, they will frame the policies. It will go to legislature. Legislature will try to interfere and do certain changes and pass the bill in the parliament. Only when it is unconstitutional, so court role is to look into it and tell whether it is constitutional or unconstitutional. Nothing beyond that. But see, court is telling pay 500 rupees, that's enough. Don't pay money. Government should not collect money. Why is government collecting money? This is wrong. You forget about BJP, you forget about Congress, whoever is in power. I'll give you one incident before. When Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, there was a report that came which said that in India, in lot of godowns, food is stored, rice and all, but they are not stored in a proper environment. Because of this, rats and all are coming and consuming them. So when rats and all come and consume, it is going to be wasted. So Supreme Court told Manmohan Singh government that please start distributing them. Manmohan Singh replied to the court that this is executive work. I think judiciary should not interfere in the executive work. So the same thing is happening now. This is all judicial overreach, guys. So anything passed by the parliament, someone will file a case in the court. Court will take it up and court will interfere and start reading into the scheme and then tell what changes needs to be made. Then why do we have parliament? What is the role of executive? What is the role of elected people? If the scheme is not good, if the scheme is not benefiting the people will defeat these parties. And if the courts start interfering into each and every aspect of the government, then the role of executive and legislature will be bad. They can't do anything which is not correct. Yes, no institution should try to take powers of any other institution. Protecting that is very, very important under our constitution. So, immediately today, I want you to read what is there under Article 142. Next issue. In Pakistan, a state of war with much drama ahead, not required, guys. Remote voting, shorter term overseas migrants should be able to avail the postal ballot system. So, guys, there are more than 1.35 non resident Indians spread across the globe, guys. And many of them will go for short term work, and few go for long term work, or some will go and settle there. People who are going there and settling down, we are not concerned about, but we are more concerned about certain people who go only for small period of time. So now Indian government is planning to provide this opportunity to people who are going for short term, so that they can go and participate in the voting there. Recently, I was telling you Brazilian elections and all. So in US and other parts, people will participate in the elections. Like let us say Brazilian people are in US, so there will be a postal ballot sent there. People can go and cast their votes. And it's very, very important that in Brazil there is 100% voting requirement. Mandatory voting is there. Anywhere you are in the world, voting is mandatory in Brazil. So, such things can be implemented even in India. The real issue at COP27 is energy equity. See, guys, now, as I told you, COP27 is going to happen, and whenever it is there, there will be some sort of discussion about it. It is happening tomorrow, so we'll get some more details. But just remember one thing, guys. 1992 Rio Convention led to formation of United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. And after that, many things have changed. The globe is moving towards reducing emissions. But everyone tries to tell, let us remove coal. Let us go for natural gas and all. Now India is blessed with coal, and India is not blessed with natural gas. And if I shift from coal to natural gas, true, I will be in a position to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. No doubt about it. Second, Developed countries are using natural gas and they are contributing less. A country like India going for coal energy is danger, is what many countries argue. But the problem here is India is a country where there are huge population who lives below poverty line. They do not have access to electricity. Remember, India is not completely 100% rurally electrified. There are certain places where electricity is not even there. So, should I think of providing electricity to those people? Should I think about providing livelihood to those people? Should I think about providing electricity to agriculture so that there can be mechanization of agriculture, industrialization? You need electricity. So, India's energy requirement is huge and we have not reached the potential. If you go to US and all, they have huge electricity. There is no need for us to worry about electricity at all in those parts of the world. But in our parts, electricity is not there. So, how can you compare those countries with India? Those people emitted carbon dioxide when they wanted it. We do not have an option. If you don't provide LPG to the people, poor people, they will burn wood. And how do you expect them to go for natural gas or something? So this is one of the basic problem that India is facing or developing countries are facing. And if you see the emissions of carbon dioxide and all by rich 20 countries, it is 85% more than the last 20 countries, which shows the rich 20 countries must reduce carbon dioxide emissions first. Then they should suggest to developing countries, is what this article is trying to argue with. Yes, this is a story from Karnataka, a place by name Gangapura, where I think Ganagapura, yeah, Ganagapura, sorry guys, Ganagapura. So in this particular place, what is happening? Many old age people are being brought and they are left in the village. And these people, they do not have food and all, they die. Once they die, the dogs recently ate the old woman body, which became a horrifying incident. It shows how elderly is being treated in India. After age, people are living them in temple towns like Mathura and all, and there people, when they do not have anyone to take care of, they die due to lack of facilities. You can write such stories in exam to talk about the problems faced by elderly people. Yes, stories are very, very important for you. China names 11 Xinjiang highway bridges after slain Galwan soldiers. You might have heard that during COVID, there was a clash between India and China, where Chinese had entered into our territory. Indians went there. There was clashes between them. Indians also died. Chinese also died. China is naming bridges, which is in a province called Xinjiang. Xinjiang is like Karnataka. Andhra and all. In that bridges, they are naming after the Chinese soldiers who were killed in Galwan Valley clashes. Guys, this indicates that China is extremely angry about India. And this incident will show to Chinese people that we are patriotic. We will take revenge for the killings. And this may encourage war type situations as well. So these are extremely important. You must be aware about it rather than making notes. Twitter India sees major layoff after Elon Musk took only Twitter is in news. Seva, pioneered by Elaban, was innovative experiment. Yes, there is a lady by name Elaban But who is uh, like working on an association called Self-Employed Women's Association, where she has ensured that several women is trained to manufacture things so that those people are in a position to work for better development of their own. And this is an article which is paying tribute to her. As I told you, you can use this also for giving examples. This is important, guys. National Tribal Dance Festival is held in Chhattisgarh, and for this, tribal communities from different parts of the world has visited. So just remember, it is one of the rarest festival, National Tribal Dance Festival in Chhattisgarh. So people have come from Mozambique, Mongolia, Togo, Russia, Indonesia, Maldives, Serbia, New Zealand, Rwanda, Egypt. So you have a lot of people coming here to perform, but just that is enough. Tribal dance festival, where is it there? Guys, Delhi, we have heard that they are shutting down schools, and in few days they will also close down educational institutions, which is a clear cut indication that pollution is such a big problem in Delhi. Unfortunately, there will be only blame game, central government criticizing state government and state government criticizing central government. Nothing beyond that is happening, guys. Right? So these are all important things for us. About this Chinese satellite system, we will read in detail. Fine, because that is here, whatever is given is not so important. It's more about the relationship they have, right? Because India has SARC satellite. Similar to that, the Chinese Beidou satellite, which is similar to GPS of US. India's satellite is Navik. Russia's is GLONASS, right? And then US is GPS, China's is Beidou. And China is trying to use it not only in this part, they are trying to give it to Nepal, Bhutan. Bhutan won't agree, Nepal, Bangladesh, many African countries. So this means Chinese control over these areas will also increase. Now Chinese mobile phones and all will start working with that. So Like, China is trying to spread its influence slowly. So guys, these are some of the important issues you have. Thank you guys.